And as you can see, we are back with another reaction, man, to another one of Juice's videos. And this one is the tech billionaires are trying to control us. Yeah, I'm not gonna really say too much. We're just gonna go ahead and jump in. Like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit me with a super hype.
Tech
Let's
billionaires
do
are
this.
out of control.
Well, I love the idea of getting a drone and having light fentanyl-laced urine spraying on analysts.
This
who
dude is
tried
a
to screw
weirdo.
us.
They
Like
are
he's
mask-off, mustache-twirling villains trying to destroy society.
Basic idea was that we could never win an election because we were in such a small minority.
But he knows that he can use technology
Oh yeah,
as
it's
a
the dude from Palantir.
unilateral alternative to politics, and that should really freak you out.
Elon Musk has been tweeting racist, white supremacist theories and talking points nonstop.
Not only is Elon Musk a threat to our national security, who controls how we get satellites into space, the AI that our military uses, he's also a racist, drug-addicted moron.
And then there's Peter Thiel, who many see as a puppet master behind this whole Trump regime.
When you think of power in America, you probably picture Trump or Elon Musk. But the real power, you've never even heard his voice. His name?
I'm Peter Thiel.
And this dude is super dangerous. He views democracy as an obstacle.
You know, liberalism is exhausted. One suspects that democracy, whatever that means, is exhausted.
It seems like he kind of wants the human race to go extinct.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
Yes?
I don't know. I would.
His company, Palantir, has collected more data on U.S. citizens than the federal government has, while using AI to quietly turn the world into a surveillance state.
Palantir was tasked by the Trump administration to create a master database on every single person in the U.S.
Meanwhile, the CEO of Palantir, Alex Karp, is openly laughing about using that very same technology to kill people.
We're doing it,
And also, basically they kind of want to do like the social credit score like they have over in China, where basically, long story short, the social credit score basically, if let's just say you say something wild on social media, your credit score, your social credit score goes down to where you won't be able to fly. You won't be able to fly places. You won't be able to take a train, a certain type of train or whatever. And like anything that you want to do on like the internet or whatever, they would block you from. So you feel me? Like that's nah.
I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. When it's necessary to scare enemies and on occasion kill them.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please
What
like
up,
and
Jew?
share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Palantir's
the original
Alex
video will
Karp,
be in the
that
link in the
has
description
an
below
enormous
also.
amount of power in our government.
This clip of Alex Karp having a meeting talking to investors at Palantir actually went viral this week.
Alex, as always, we have a lot of individual investors on the line. Is there anything you'd like to say before?
We're doing it. We're doing it. And I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's not talk to analysts about the burden of being right, our burdens of investing in ontology, our burdens of actually looking at the math.
Besides all of these billionaires just speaking very weirdly, they all seem coked up to me. Like all of them seem like they're on serious
with that
drugs.
book of
Or the
sugar.
burden of explaining to your friends that you're really happy. Maybe we should just stop talking about it. I'm very happy to have you along for the journey, and you are partners for us. Every Palantirian, we are crushing it. Everyone else is
Palantirian?
listening. We are dedicating our company. We have dedicated our company to the service of the West and the United States of America, and we're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about.
We're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about. That right there lets you know they're up to devious shit.
Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world, and when it's necessary to scare enemies and on occasion kill them. And we hope you're in favor of that.
What did
We
he
hope
just
you're
say?
enjoying being a partner, and we're really happy and very, very focused on what we're doing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. That concludes Q&A.
It seems like energy in the room shifted after that. Scare our enemies and sometimes kill them. I hope you enjoyed that. Same energy. Facts. I know I'm laughing. It's not funny at all, though. Like, this is not funny. Can we not have sinister tech firms run by drug-addled personality disorder-toting tech bros getting billion-dollar government contracts?
Facts.
Palantir lands $10 billion Army software and data contract. As part of the deal, Palantir will help the military streamline efficiencies while preparing for threats, consolidating 75 total contracts into one enterprise size deal. So I assume those 75 other different contracts were maybe smaller companies working on different things, but now it's just one big huge contract to this one company that's already tied to the CIA. The deal further submits the company's role in the U.S.'s government clampdown on cost efficiencies by using artificial intelligence tools. Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, which wasn't even real, has cut jobs and programs in an effort to curb spending. That's not why they cut those jobs at all.
Department of Government Efficiency as an actual entity within the federal government is no more.
Yet somehow this non-existent agency got access to government data, claimed $1 billion in efficiencies, and operated behind a curtain. No audit trails, no verification, no public accounting.
All the cuts they were trying to make to federal personnel that have since been reversed by the courts didn't work.
Things that we were doing with other countries as far as disease, a lot of people were affected and have since passed away because that funding was cut short.
But that "we kill people" line wasn't even the craziest thing that Alex Karp has said recently.
Palantir's Alex Karp says that he dreams, essentially, of spraying critics with fentanyl-laced urine.
You need a higher purpose, and I also think you often need a lower purpose. Like the higher purpose for me...
What's a lower purpose?
Well, I love the idea of getting a drone and having light fentanyl-laced urine spraying on analysts who tried to screw us. So that's my lower purpose.
The fact that people are even laughing and clapping like that's a joke is insane. That should be a disqualifying statement for anyone to have contracts with the federal government, especially when they actually have the technology to kill people. Alex Karp of Palantir is a deranged psychopath. He should be nowhere near power. Agreed. And I mean, people are talking about this and calling it out, rightfully so. He knows people can hear him, right?
A guy that has an enormous amount of power in our government. In fact, he wrote a book. At its core, this book isn't just a book about AI. It is essentially a manifesto. The tech elite, Silicon Valley founders, engineers, AI builders shouldn't just build products and chase markets. They should basically function as a governing class. Tech, AI, surveillance in our government. He argues for this. He actually sees this as a good thing.
We're talking about this now, but they've already put a lot of this into effect.
In case you didn't know, Palantir was tasked by the Trump administration to create a master database on every single person in the US, citizens and non-citizens alike. All of us officially have scores around how likely we are to be a potential threat. In the land of the free, every move our social...
If you've ever watched Ghost in the Shell, that's Ghost in the Shell for you.
Media behavior and
we've officially crossed into Black Mirror territory. What's to stop them from using any of this technology against anyone they don't like that speaks out against them?
Our location,
they're already doing it
being monitored. Their main product is an AI platform designed to identify and eliminate potential future threats.
But Palantir also has access to our health data, among other things.
And Palantir also manages all of your health data because they contract extensively with HHS. This is very concerning for a lot of reasons. Trump called on social media companies to stop shooters before they commit a crime, and to basically flag what people were saying on social media and use that to determine if there should be intervention before a crime might be committed. That's Minority Report. Yeah.
But before I get to Peter Thiel, Elon Musk has been tweeting racist, white supremacy theories and talking points, save white America, white Christian nationalist country, nonstop.
Thank you.
For a country to survive, there has to be a common culture. Nobody dies to defend a multicultural economic zone. American culture, with its English, Scots, Irish origin, is great and worth fighting for. Some may not realize it, but that's why people come here. People come to America for diversity. People come to America for opportunity. Native Americans fought in wars. Black Americans fought in every single war in this country's history. Keep in mind, he's not even American. He's from South Africa. He doesn't even know the common culture that he's referring to. But I think the best response to this is fucking Nazi. Yeah, that sums it up. Erasing contributions of Native Americans, Black Americans, German Americans, French Americans, Dutch Americans, and a whole lot of groups I forgot to mention.
Not only is Elon Musk a threat to our national security, who controls how we get satellites into space, the AI that our military uses, as well as Starlink, a network that is becoming integral to our defense architecture, He's also a racist, drug-addicted moron.
When you talk about Palantir and how they've used AI to weave their way into all these different agencies in the federal government, you also have to talk about Elon Musk Starlink, which is doing the same thing.
Look at this post. It's the typical MAGA white nationalist theory that somehow diversity is un-American and signifies Western decline. Look at our history. Declaration of Independence. All men are created equal. It doesn't matter what their race, national origin, and culture is. The people who founded this country were all immigrants.
Elon Musk's longtime fixation on a white racial majority is intensifying. The richest man in the world posted about how the white race was under threat, made allusions to race science, or promoted anti-immigrant conspiracy content on 26 of 31 days in January. Mind you, he's not from this country. Maybe he should go back to South Africa and do this. But he's not going to because he can't get his way in South Africa anymore since apartheid ended.
Now I'm in this absurd situation where I was born in South Africa but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black.
Well, it looks
Does
like
that
that's
seem
about.
right to
It
you?
looks
Does
like
seem
that.
right to you?
Looks like that's about to change.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Well, those rules were designed to bring.
Yes or no?
Those rules were designed to bring about an era of more economic equality in South Africa.
Elon has been racist for a while. I think most
Shit, his
Americans
father
took
is
notice
weird.
with the Nazi salute, but his father is on record saying that Elon Musk's grandparents were Nazis.
Her parents, by the way, were very fanatical in favor of apartheid. This is quite interesting.
I did not know that.
Her parents came to South Africa from Canada because they sympathized with the Afrikaner government. They used to support Hitler and all that sort of stuff.
They used to support Hitler, and then they went to South Africa because they sympathized with that government, which was the ruling white class in South Africa.
Is Elon Musk a racist? I mean,
he
did
new
grow up in
information to me.
apartheid South Africa, and his companies have been accused of racism with a Tesla racism lawsuit settled just this week. And he certainly doesn't seem to have any problem with racism on his platform, and in fact has directly gone out of his way to increase the levels of racism.
While Alex Carr is clearly dangerous, Elon Musk is dangerous and super racist, Peter Thiel comes off like he kind of wants humanity to end, which makes him even scarier.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit in
Should the
this.
human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But
how is there a but to that? There should not be a but to should the human race survive. Besides the fact that this dude looks like a white version of the Red Skull. He clearly seems like a villain. People need to be aware of Peter Thiel. He means harm.
Again, I don't think we're ever in a cyclical world, but there are certainly certain parallels.
And also the group that owns Oracle, I forgot what the owner's name is, whatever, but him too. He's another card that you gotta look out for.
The U.S. in the 2020s to Germany in the 1920s, where liberalism is exhausted. One suspects that democracy, whatever that means, is exhausted, and that we have to ask some questions very far outside the Overton window.
So a guy that clearly doesn't believe in democracy and really doesn't believe humans should endure and survive. Like the devil himself shit this man out. I don't think you'll have a lot of argument there.
I want to play for you one of the most chilling clips I've ever heard.
The basic idea was that we could never win an election on getting certain things because we were in such a small minority. But maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you. This is where I think technology is this incredible alternative to politics.
There's just absolutely no doubt these guys plan to use technology to take power and stay in power, whether that's behind the scenes, behind this administration, or eventually be done with the need for governments altogether. This should be scary to everybody.
He's basically saying that his political ideology is so unappealing that it'll never win elections. And that's one thing he's right about, because he's railed against women having the right to vote, complained so much about diversity, and written some really disgusting stuff about sexual assault and consent. But he knows that he can use technology as a unilateral alternative to politics, and that should really freak you out. And today, one of his technology companies is gaining more and more power within the government.
building the very systems our government relies on.
13 workers left Palantir and issued this statement. Palantir is increasingly complicit, normalizing authoritarianism under the guise of revolution led by oligarchs. We must resist this trend. These billionaires are all probably racist, drug-addled psychopaths, but none of them are dumb. Whether through running Trump's campaign, relationships with Trump or Vance, or what they offer technology-wise, these oligarchs have really become some of the most powerful, influential people on the face of the earth. And the only problem is they all seem like Bond villains on steroids. These people are all dangerous and a threat to democracy, which is why it's so important to get this whole regime out of office as soon as possible before they can do even more damage. Laws need to be passed to put a cap of regulations on AI and what uses are allowed and not allowed. Companies like Palantir should be limited in what information they can even access for U.S. citizens or the surveillance they're allowed to use or influence. But none of that happens under a Trump regime. Talking about any one of these guys individually could be an hour-long video in and of itself. I just wanted to kind of give a snapshot of who these people are and what they're up to. And it's so much more than anything just in this video.
Yo, thanks for rocking out with your boy, man. Shout out to Jew again. Like I said before, the link for this video will be in the description below. Hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next transmission, man. Peace.